Hey, it's Candy. Did you know that I have a quiz to help coaches choose their niche? Yeah, I do. It's super popular and it has been taken more than 20,000 times. This is a fun quiz that takes you about 2 minutes to do, and it will probably give you way more clarity on choosing your best coaching niche. So now, whether you say niche or niche, it's going to work for you. And if you're a coach and you have been stuck in niche indecision, wondering what to do, then you should take my quiz and find out what you learn. You can take the quiz today at coachnichequiz.com. That's coachnichequiz.com. Okay, let's dive into this week's episode. Welcome to She Coaches Coaches. I'm your host, Candy Motzek, and I'm going to help you find the clarity, confidence, and courage to become the coach that you are meant to be. If you're a new coach, or if you've always wanted to be a life coach, then this is the place for you. We're going to talk all about mindset and strategies and how to, because step by step only works when you have the clarity, courage, and confidence to take action. Let's get started. Welcome to this week's episode. Maybe this is your first time joining me, or if you're a longtime listener, either way, I would love to welcome you to this show. This is the second, oh gosh, no, it's not. It's the third episode in the Find Your Perfect Coaching Niche series. I'm releasing these episodes weekly, and over the next week or so, be sure to listen and subscribe to the show so you'll know when the new episodes drop, and you can go back and listen to those previous episodes already live. In the first episode in this series, we talked about the definition of a niche. What is a niche? And what's the difference between a niche and an avatar? And what's the benefit of niching down for coaches? How it makes your business easier, how it makes it easier for you to sign clients. In the second episode in this series, I gave you specific prompts, 9 specific prompts, and some step-by-step guidance on how to choose your best coaching niche. You're going to want to subscribe and save this episode, and be sure to listen to all the episodes in this mini-series. Now, today, I'm going to show you 4 approaches, 4 ways to know that you've chosen a profitable niche. And in a future episode, we're going to talk about how to overcome some of those common myths and misconceptions and places that you might be a little bit worried about when you're choosing your niche. Okay, let's dive into the 4 approaches that you can take to validate that you've chosen a profitable niche. So approach number 1, solve a problem that people are willing to pay for. You know what any successful business does? It solves a problem, and then they get paid to do it. Speaking of getting paid, there's really only 3 things that potential clients are willing to pay for. Think of these as your coaching niche guideposts or finders. The first is to be. People want something new. In other words, they want to be that new version of themselves that they're dreaming of. Do they want to be successful, less stressed, recognized, fit, accomplished? And then the second thing, number 2, is to have. So the first is to be, the second is to have. And a few examples of what people might pay for are to have more freedom, to have a better job, to have a better career, to have less stress, to have more money. And the third is to feel. So the first is to be, the second is to have, and the third is to feel. They want to feel something different. They want to feel successful, loved, happy, confident, healthy. So when your niche connects them to something they want to be, have, or feel, that's a good guideline to know that it could be a profitable niche. And to figure out what will people want to pay you for, it's simple. Look what's already out there. What are people already hiring coaches for? For example, what are you getting paid for in your job? What type of programs do people already invest in? What books do they buy? So here's a hot tip. Go to Amazon and do a search. If there's lots of books on the topic that you've chosen, you're finding your way. For example, say you're considering becoming a stress management coach. Do a search on Amazon for books about stress management. There's lots of books there, right? That means people are interested in the topic. Notice how many popular books are there, and look at all those reviews. What does this show you? It shows you that people care enough to buy the book, read the book, and to put the energy in to write a review. That's a sign that there is desire there. It's a sign that your dream client will pay for help in overcoming this challenge or reaching the goal. And that means also that they're willing to put in the energy and the attention and the time to do so. So if there's no books and you're a brand new coach and you've never had a business before, you've got two choices. You can decide, you know what? I'm going to be a trendsetter. I'll be the first doing that. And while that might sound exciting, here's the hard truth. You might find that no one wants that thing. That might be one of the reasons. Or you might find that as a trendsetter, it makes a lot longer journey to learning how to sign clients, to being a coach, to making money in your business. It just can make it so much harder and longer than it needs to be. Or you can decide that you're going to shift to something that is more in demand. So that's approach number one. Approach number two, figure out what the most profitable problems are that you can solve. Now, you know there are things that people are willing to pay for and some that they're not. So it's your turn to find the niche and fine-tune your niche to reflect an area that you can help people with. If you haven't already, check out those previous episodes in the mini-series, the one where I talk you through some of those questions about how to select a niche based on your skills, your experience, the challenges that you've overcome, and your strong points. I want to make this super clear. You don't have to come up with a crazy original idea. All you have to do is draw on your own experience and expertise. Look to your past. There are two things to success to keep in mind here. First, draw on something you actually have experience in. Otherwise, how will you be able to help your clients get the result? Second, make sure you're focusing on something that people are willing to invest in. And as I said a little earlier in this episode, when I say people are willing to invest in, yes, I'm talking about investing their money, but I'm also talking about investing their time and their energy and their attention. Those are all investments as well. Some of the most profitable coaching niches that my clients focus on are in the area of money, relationships, and health. And that would include things like career and meditation, leadership, and parenting, just as a few examples. So approach number three is get specific. Get specific about your coaching niche. Are you scared that if you get too specific, you're going to lose business? But the truth is actually the opposite. Specific means that you're an expert and it attracts more business to you. Because when you're just starting out, nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows that you're a coach that can help with that. And the best way to stand out in their minds is to let them know exactly, specifically, how you can help them. Think about it this way. If I'm a health coach and I say to you, I help you lose weight. Now, listen, I know that sometimes health and losing weight are not synonymous, but I'm just using a mass market approach here. So if I'm a health coach and I say to you, hey, I can help you lose weight, how memorable is that? Well, it's not, right? It sounds like everybody. There's lots of ways to lose weight. Do you want to do keto? Do you want to do intermittent fasting? Do you want to try a liquid diet? What do you want to try? There's millions of ways. And there are thousands of weight loss coaches. But what if instead I told you this? I help professionals lose weight while juggling a busy schedule and without having to do a crazy diet or a workout. Now, if you're a busy professional and you want to lose weight, you bet You're going to want to know more because you recognize yourself and your challenge in that description. So that's the third approach. The fourth is to do an experiment. I know, sounds crazy, but bear with me here. Do an experiment. At the end of the day, you've done your work, you've chosen your niche, but at the end of the day, the best proof that you can get is to have somebody actually pay you, to have a client pay you for your service. And the real value in what we offer is only determined when our audience or when our dream clients are actually willing to pay us and do the work and spend time with us and invest the energy, right? So will your audience pay for this? So what do? Well, listen, the first thing that you don't do, you don't go out and create a massive program and record a whole bunch of digital assets. You don't make it a year long. What you do is you choose something short, something specific, something short, and you go out and you offer it to a select group of people. So, for example, with the busy professionals who wanted to lose weight, you're going to create a very small little coaching program, and you're going to go and you're going to offer it to some busy professionals who want to lose weight. This way, you're going to get a great way of validating and proof that you're solving a real problem, one that they're willing to invest in. Now, if nobody is interested, you've got some useful feedback. And it doesn't mean that you've got the wrong niche. Go back to the drawing board. It's time to refine how you describe your niche and what exactly you help your dream client accomplish. Create another introductory offer and try again. And it might be a very similar offer, but it's the messaging of what you name it that might make all the difference. Remember, people hate to be sold to, but they love to buy a solution to their problem. So in the case of busy professionals who want to lose weight without crazy diets, if the wording that you used to describe that didn't sound quite right to them, didn't resonate, even though you've taken the same program and you rework your wording, you're going to have a different effect. Notice the difference between busy professionals lose weight without crazy diets and something like how to lose weight while still living an amazing life as a busy professional. How to lose weight without having to cook a different meal than the rest of your family. Speak to exactly what the client is looking for. All right. I've given you 4 different approaches now. The first was to make sure that you solve a problem that people are willing to invest their time, their money, their energy, and their attention. The second approach is to figure out what is the most profitable problem that you can solve. And the third is to get really specific, hone in on your coaching niche. Fourth is do an experiment. Offer a small introductory coaching program in that niche to get that proof that people are willing to invest in it. So those are the 4 approaches you can take to help you decide if your coaching niche is going to be profitable. Now, if you want to learn more and you're ready to take the next step, I'd invite you to check out the episode notes. I've listed a number of free resources for coaches who want help choosing and fine-tuning their niche. I'll put the links right there in the episode notes so it's quick and easy for you to get to. Of course, you might even want some more help. You could check out how to work with me either privately or in my group program, and the links are in the episode notes for that as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Choose one of those approaches, try it out, make sure that your coaching niche is profitable. Investing your time to do this work wisely early in the journey is going to pay off in spades over time. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to talking to you again next week. Thanks again for listening today. Please hop on over to Apple Podcasts and leave a review. Also, I would love to hear from you. Did something that I say resonate? What else would you like to learn about? Click the link in the player and leave a comment on the post. This is going to give me great ideas for future episodes so I can help you best. Join me again next week for more coaching, support, and teaching to help you become the confident coach you are meant to be. Hey, it's Candy. Did you know that I have a quiz to help coaches choose their niche? Yeah, I do. It's super popular and it has been taken more than 20,000 times. This is a fun quiz that takes you about 2 minutes to do, and it will probably give you way more clarity on choosing your best coaching niche. So now, whether you say niche or niche, it's going to work for you. And if you're a coach and you have been stuck in niche indecision, wondering what to do, then you should take my quiz and find out what you learn. You can take the quiz today at coachnichequiz.com. That's coachnichequiz.com. Okay, let's dive into this week's episode.